Hey, TikTok. Hi, I'm your Canadian neighbor. I was watching a couple of TikTok videos. I need to ask you guys a couple questions, if you don't mind. How do you guys live? I was watching a TikTok video, 10 probably actually, the other day on YouTube, and they were talking about the absorbent rent and groceries that you guys pay. I'm in Ontario. We are also hit with the same travesty done by our government purposefully. I was listening to a young lady who was in South Carolina, I believe, and she was saying she lives in a 650 square foot bachelor apartment and her rent increased 220 some odd dollars, making it just barely under $2,000. She's 24. How? How and why is actually the real questions. Why are you guys letting this happen? Do you feel that you have no control over your government? I'm just asking this because I live in Ontario. It's mandatory that the government can only raise our rent 2.5% annually. I live in the heart of my city. And it's a fairly large city. It's under 1 million, over 500,000, and it's very active in the spring and summer here. There is education centers too that people come all over the world for, and we also have one of the top 5 leading hospitals in the world here. So it's a boomy little city, I'd say. Very low crime rate. And things are getting a little expensive, but I'm going to say this in all fairness, that very average 2-bedroom apartment in my city is about $1,400. Minimum wage here for not a student, and by student, I mean a young, under 16. Let's say a 17-year-old was to walk to McDonald's in an hour. Got an application, got a job starting tomorrow. That student, that person, that 17-year-old is making $17.75 an hour. That's our minimum wage. Things are still a little hairy here. Obviously, I work in construction. Primarily, I am a drywaller, primarily a mudder. I make a very good income. As I said, I live in the heart of my city. I pay just barely over $1,000 a month. Here's what I think. Oh, my background in my education is economics and marketing. And I graduated on the honors. I worked at a very large bank and I absolutely hated it. Wasn't for me. I'm a dirty girl. I like fast cars and old cars and getting my hands dirty and cuts and bleeding and such. I'm going to say that you guys probably saw, wasn't last year, I think it was the year before, that us Canadians were a little pissed off about something our government did. So we kind of stopped everything. Truckers stopped things going across the border. People left their cars at home. They petitioned outside of Parliament Hill until we got resolve. Every Canadian stood together. Not every single one. There was the odd idiot out, but every single one of them stood together and conquered, not as much as we'd like, but got our point across. When are you guys going to do that? I mean, I seen all of that when the looting was happening and Black Lives Matter happened. What's wrong with the white people? Why are you just complacent about this? I'm just wondering because I've seen the Native Americans not tolerate bullshit. I've seen the black people not tolerate bullshit. But the whites just seem to make TikToks complaining how high the rent is. Can I just say, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I'm Canadian. We say what we want without any bullshit. It's not disrespect. I'm trying to be kind. I need to know. See, I'm building, what would you call this, high rises. When this is done, it will be a capacity of probably just over 50%, but I'm guessing under 75%. A few blocks away from where I'm building, there's another skyscraper going up. I'm going to assume that that also is going to have a capacity of less than 75%. The building that I live in has a lot of empty units. A lot of the buildings that I walk past every single day, I see at night also, because I live right downtown, and like most big cities, there's a lot of very big buildings that light up at night. And a lot of these buildings are dark at night. There's not even half. So there's a lot of empty units. So what I'm trying to say is, in your city, is there a lot of construction going on, primarily residential? I'm not talking businesses. I'm going to go on a limb and say there's not a lot of businesses being built. A lot of construction is mostly residential. This is what I understand from not only my construction background, and this is not my first rodeo here. This isn't even close. I've been doing this for a while now. This is what I understand from my economics background. There is multi-billionaires and millionaires who have put everything on the line for this massive profit. There's banks and insurance companies who have also put a lot of stuff on the line for a massive profit, which they're going to get. When a building has empty units, somebody has to be on the hook for those units that aren't being rented out, because everything is allocated. Right? Everything, every square foot, every meter, every tile, every toilet, every piece of carpet, every square inch is allocated. And that includes empty units. You know who's picking up the slack for that? We are. How do you think this is being done? Why do you think your rent's so high? Is it because there is a lot of building going on in your city? I'm asking this because this is what I know to be true. We're getting raped, truly. When people can't afford to live, they're living in a car, or their rent is increasing by $300-400. That's treason, as far as I'm concerned. It's mutiny, at the very least. How is that possible? Like, isn't America the greatest country in the world? I know you deem that, but do you guys still feel that way? I don't know how you guys survive. People that live in the larger city that I'm close to, like Toronto, I ask them the same thing. How do you guys survive? Like, how do you pay? I seen another TikToker, and he went and seen an apartment, and it was $5,000 for a 2-bedroom, plus hydro, plus whatever. But they wanted first and last in a security deposit, and the grand total was almost $17,000 to move into an apartment. What do you do for a living is what I want to know. I make really good money. And I wouldn't be able to do that. There's no way. I want to say this to that girl in South Carolina. The chances of you seeing this are slim. But you were saying that you were living in a 650 square foot bachelor apartment for $2,000. Welcome to Canada, sister. You can have this gorgeous, 2-bedroom. You should see the amenities. If you've seen what I'm looking out at right now, you would be stunned. This 2+ office will go for about $2,800 a month, but the amenities will make you sick. You know how a lot of buildings nowadays, they're putting like Netflix rooms or theaters? Yeah, forget that. That's old school. That's nothing. I soundproof those. There's rooftop barbecues and indoor pools and gyms and saunas and libraries and dry cleaners and top appliances, views that you would die for. I'm on the top floor of this building. I can't say much about it because I'm not going to give my location away. But if you're paying $2,000, pack up. I'll help you out, sister. What is it? I need to support you or something? There's really good education here, really, really good. But I want to say this in passing too, and I know I'm probably past my time limit for TikTok. Stop going to Starbucks. If it has a no cash policy, get the hell out, because it's called disposable income, and the government is watching everything that your credit and debit card is doing. If you can, and I know that you can, cut that fucking Visa and MasterCard up right away. put your money, cash your checks, whatever comes out on automatic withdrawal, and pull the rest out. Stop. Your government's trying to fuck with you.